Hey Freedom Lovers, this is Dr. Peterson Pierre with America's Frontline Doctors bringing you today's Daily Dose. Pfizer has named Patrizia Cavazzoni, the former head of the FDA Drug Review Division, to serve as its top doctor. Cavazzoni, who worked at Pfizer before joining the FDA, led the agency's Center for Drug Evaluation and Research from 2020 until mid-January. On Monday, Pfizer announced she would rejoin the company as Chief Medical Officer and Executive Vice President. Cavazzoni's return to Pfizer is the latest example of former FDA officials transitioning to roles within the pharmaceutical industry. Critics often refer to such personnel transitions between federal health agencies and major pharmaceutical companies as a revolving door, expressing concerns about the agency's independence potentially being compromised by corporate interests. Public Citizen, a progressive advocacy group, condemned her retiring. Quote, Cavazzoni's move demonstrates that the revolving door between the FDA and the industries it regulates is alive and well and continues to undermine the FDA's credibility as a public health agency, end quote. Other high-profile examples of FDA officials making such a transition include Scott Gottlieb, who served as FDA Commissioner from 2017 to 2019. Gottlieb joined Pfizer's board of directors shortly after leaving his post and remains a board member today. Robert F. Kennedy Jr., the newly confirmed Secretary of Health and Human Services, has been an outspoken critic of how such transitions compromise the integrity of the nation's public health system. He pledged to, quote, rein in lobbyists and slam shut the revolving door, end quote. So you can see why this is a problem, right? So I work at the FDA. I know all the ins and outs of getting drugs approved. So then while I'm here, I promise Pfizer to push their drug through. In exchange, they're going to hire me for a lot more money. Now, when I go to Pfizer, I know all the ins and outs of the FDA, and so I can help them circumvent the steps that they need to follow and find loopholes to get their drugs approved. And you know who ends up suffering in the end? You, the patient. Ladies and gentlemen, only the truth sets you free. Stay tuned for the next Daily Dose.